Things in universe. There is nothingness where it is the beginning. Enormous will and desire overwhelmingly and vastly accumulate and expand magnificently. It cultivates and opens nothingness. And further continuously it accumulates and expands extensively. It is the will of the gods. The will of the gods has come from the gods. From the shade in the heaven there appear two gods, shown their own characterized wills that emit their wishes lavishly. And their two wishes expand to the fullest degree so as to create the capacity to hatch the universe. The two wishes have reached to the ultimate. Then utters the sound, ah, where the world of the seven dimensions is born. The god, Muto Fumikurai Minoshi Nushi o Okami, presides over it. The world of the 8 dimensions is presided over by Ametsuchi Kaibiaku Onamuto Somi Karada Hino Okami Tamashi Nokami. The god of the 8 dimensions whose body expands infinite. The gods of both in the 8 and the 7 dimensions exist eternally. Thus they become the universe. In the first place there is the nothingness from where all is began. No boundaries exist there. It is called Zatai Kyokumu Kodai Muin, the absolute and the ultimate nothingness that expands infinite. The will and the intent of the gods gradually have become dense and enriched. The first materialized is a muddy substance with the mixture of water and salt. The two gods exist in these substances. The intents of the two gods that have two characteristic colors never cease, but further are enriched and never get lost, and two colored substances get hold each other and have become solid. And being there as two solid substances in the universe, there has long existed the world of the substances. The substances are of those provided by moon and sun. They are kept billions of years. All are alive and are kept alive. Two intense wills of the gods have become the source of the substances. They further are enriched and have become the source of the atmospheric substance for moon and sun. The creation of moon and sun has taken long. Moon and sun place in the universe. Their substances have gotten dense and have solidified. Then there occurred the nothingness in the universe where water as the first substance comes into an existence in tremendous amount. And it is enlarged by the natures of moon and sun. Finally the space has become of the 3 spheres. Thus the base of the earth is firmed. The universe that is consisted of the 3 huge spheres in which happened a big incident. Then the earth is given the element of sun. The major Lotan stars are born there, and successively other stars and planets are born. Because of this Big Bang both sun and moon are vastly reduced and discharge their elements. The earth that possesses the strong characters absorbs the more elements of moon than other planets and has become the sphere that is concentrated with the will. The intent and the wish of the gods of the 5 and the 6 dimensions. Persistently a vigorous atmosphere constantly flows and not a single particle of it wasted. The will and the creation of the gods appeared as moon and appeared as sun, and governed them, determined their functions and molds the universe. Up to now transcends a space and time. The elements of essentials have been given through the universe to each dimension of worlds, as well as to man and to the earth. The determination of the gods for the creation is absolute. It is the world of the creation where the wills of the gods work to let all the living things and the creatures live. It is the world of the intent of the gods where the universe, the nature and man coexist. However, the creation of the each-dimensional world in the universe and placement of man at important places in the earthly world are meticulously and miraculously calculated. That is how the universe is kept going on and created. The will uttered, ah, and the sound is born. The sound is further enriched by hidden paternal rhyme. And it has become the sound of the will, and it finally has turned into the consciousness. The consciousness has caused the intent. In the six-dimensional world, the origin of the gods bear children of the gods. The universe is grown exceedingly, and the heaven and the earth are prosperous. The world is made so that the children of the gods are in great delight, where the origin of the gods together enjoy. And that is the beginning of a parent-child relationship. In the six-dimensional world, the gods conceive the plans for the creation of the five and the four-dimensional worlds. Create the three-dimensional world, namely the earthly world, and create man. The life in the four-dimensional world, the world of divine spirit, is kept quite long, and it has become so dense. The gods inspire man with life in the three-dimensional world. It is the living soul. It is the God hypostatized in this world of the substance, the three-dimensional world, the earthly world. It is the living God. The gods project how this earthly world can be enjoyable for them. The nature is made so as to characterize and reflect the will of the original gods. The creation of the three major elements of soil, water and salt are fundamentals of the nature. The least formation of the substance in the atmosphere or the gaseous body is the origin of the substance that supports life. This all exists in the universe and keep the world of the nature going on eternally. The God presides over since the beginning of the universe has created every dimensional world in order. The flow of the gods' will is constant eternally from the uppermost world to the earthly world. The gods are conscious of all the creatures, the existence of everything in the universe. And there's nothing that eludes God's sight. The gods know all. The gods never abandon people, but do protect them from always behind with the various expedients in the days of the ordeal that mechanized intentionally upon people in every era. The original gods themselves appear in the earthly world as embodiments that are bestowed with the part of the original God's spirit to conduct the necessary things at the time when people can indulge in having their own way. That time is provided by the gods. Also, other gods' spirit have also descended to the earthly world. They are given the part of their own original spirit in this world. Their original spirit is remained in the spiritual world and kept clean and pure. The original gods have decided to finish time of disorder when people indulge in having their selfish ways. Scheme to shorten it in 3,000 years by letting people know the existence of the unseen intent of the gods. Founding religions to make people awake to ascertain the gods. Try let people ascertain that they are the people who possess the part of the God's spirit. The gods want people to go back to the original state of man in the beginning, when man is bright, ambitious and cheerful. Man is given the special faculties, the characters and the engineering capabilities. The gods want them to use fully those abilities to bring the fruitful and the great results in this world. Time has come for people whose effort is rewarded. The gods always consider them. The earthly world is built by the incorporation of the realities of this world and the mentalities. People have been given naturally the abilities to live a life healthy and make it mentally focused. Growing up both mentally and physically suit to the creation and the mechanism of the universe. It is the completion of the earthly world and man that has never become true in the past. It is the world the original God wishes, where individuals both horizontally and vertically are healthy and vivid and vigorous. The gods newly born are all too naive, nonchalant and inexperienced to develop themselves and to conduct their task. The gods have schemed first in the four-dimensional world to let the newborn gods act freely. They have acted as they want, which reflects to the earthly world. People forget the inborn nature originally bestowed and have pursued their own desires. Some have achieved the good successes and others have lost and fallen into the state of miseries and tragedies. But whatever the ends they meet, they notice they are the people who have to return to their own original nature. The process to return to themselves have taken so long that people forget this. Now the time has come to end the age of the free will, when people have spent the greedy lives. And it is entered the age of completion after the time is qualified. Nothing can change this. Everything now has been entering time of the completion. The universe, the earthly world, every dimension of the worlds, the gods and people, all without exceptions come enter time of the completion. Because of this, not a single nation can have its own way like the past. The world of the humankind goes forward to the completion. Once it is said, the defeated nation. Though it is devised by the gods, it has fallen into the status that their own national flag inherited from the ancient times is being sold to the others. Since the founding of this nation, the land and people's heart are so devastated by the huge disaster that people are stunned with no hope. The times of hardships and perseverance on all people have begun. Have long gone through the ordeal. For more than 50 years after the war, without any complaint, people have worked for the nation's revival. Most of the nation's lands are scorched by the bombardment. Atomic bombs are dropped. People have done a great effort with the hard patience and with the scarce food, but with thanks internally in their heart. People even then unknowingly notice and sense the nature, and try to be in a high-spirited and healthy condition. This is the greatest reform ever done in this world. The reform where the gods provide no help nor intervention. Without this great reform, the disorder in this world cannot be resolved. And the corruption in both for private and public sectors is still in full storm and in continuation. The prevalence of the feudalistic egoism and the discrimination against the lower classes are too relentless. People are hurt and everything is distorted. Ultimately, that trend has become an ordinary way. But here in this nation is provided with many people who are bestowed with the strong spirit. As if breaking the seal after 50 years, as divine nation declares the world of its will and shows the national flag. When the age of the completion has achieved, the world becomes as one, and the original state where people of the gods get together on the earth comes true. After the restoration is completed, it again starts the circulation of time for a new age under the plan of the gods.